welcome back to The Corner. Hey y'all, what's up? Hey y'all, what's up? I know you see the title. I'm super duper excited to get into this and I don't want to waste any time. So let's just go ahead and run a theme song. Lego. Everybody, welcome to my corner.
Welcome to my corner. Let's have a talk now. From Miami to California. Check your girl out. I'm gonna give it to you straight up. That's right. That's right. Keeping it real, no games inside. Let's go. Welcome to my corner, y'all.
Okay, so as you can see from the title, I was on the radio. Oh my gosh, I was on the radio. Oh my gosh, I was on the radio. Ah! Okay, let me keep going. All right, hold on. Let me get myself together. Okay, so yes, I was on the radio. And I want to tell y'all all about it, and we're gonna go into a purpose talk, but let me run down the tea, okay? Because I didn't tell Instagram the tea, I didn't tell TikTok the tea, I didn't tell y'all gonna get the first exclusive, okay? So here is what happened. Okay, so as you guys know, I love Transformation Church. That's one of my favorite churches in this world, and they were in a series called Paper Chasers, okay? And you know, when I have something that I want to say, I'm gonna say it. So of course I talked about the sermon, and then Pastor Mike put up this. I saw ducks in a row and secure the bag, and I was just like, I tithe and I give my offering, okay? And God is first. So I'm on the part where we're waiting on the Lord to open up the windows of heaven, pour me out a blessing. Whenever you're ready, my guy. So I was just expecting to breeze through these little weeks. You know, I was gonna watch because that's my internet church. I'm always watch. You know, I'm a supporter, and that's on Mary, Joseph, and the Manger. Okay. So I watched. You know, I wasn't expecting to be triggered, but today, Mike's soul was a little too loud, and there was a whole bunch of triggers. So let's just run down all the parts that was triggering for me. Okay. Number one, when he was like, maybe you don't spend your money on shoes, but you spend your money on wigs. Okay, so why is you there? Okay, first of all, I'm a black woman, okay? Yes, I have a wig closet because that's investment. Okay, Melanie, he ain't know no better, girl. He ain't know no better, Melanie. I'm every woman with a good wig. Okay, I'm Melanie, Portia, Latavia, Beyonce. I could be J-Lo, whoever I need to be. And ain't no lace showing. Y'all be talking about, you can't see the lace. Girl, I see the lace. So yes, wigs are an investment. Yeah. Okay, so P. Mike came from my wig collection. I was a little flustered, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Then he went to the nails, and he was like, every week I see you up here with a new set. I said, who be mine? I go get my nails done once a month, okay? My nails and my toes. However, I did just say I could probably get out of debt faster if I start getting fresh sets. They so cute, though. They cute. All right, P. Mike. Maybe I'll get some I can't get no press-ons. I can't do it. Okay, sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so then we get to the Elsie equation, right? He was like, desire, where you are, what you gonna have to part with to be a part of, right? Okay, so he got to like the married. He's like, you want to be married, but you in the streets, you in everybody's DMs. Let me stop you right there, because I'm gonna be hot, open, and transparent. I want to be married, but I ain't never been this before, so I ain't in the streets, but I am gonna drive by and see who all over there, okay? Because Michael B. Jordan got a girlfriend, so I gotta take care of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull up like skirt, hot girl summer. I'm here. I'm gonna just wave and say hello. That's it, P. Mike. That's it. I was so triggered watching today because it was like P. Mike just kept punching me in my face. I was like, yo, enough, okay? Now, I'm not gonna lie. After ducks in a row, I did get my ducks in a row. I paid off my car. I paid off a credit card. And then, the credit card rewarded me. They were like, you did so great. So here's a $20,000 card limit. Got back into more debt. So, you know, and then I got student loans. I ain't paying them. I don't care what you say. I'm not paying them. Jesus paid it all. I'm not paying them. That's in Kamala and Joe's hands. However they want to move, I'm paying them, period. So before the pandemic, I was really getting myself together, and then the pandemic hit, and then I just started spending like I was a drug dealer, and I'm not. I don't sell drugs. I don't know what. It was just there was no limits, no boundaries. I see increase all around me. Now look at me, debt. All right, so he talked about this Elsie equation. So let me tell y'all. Okay, so I want to be debt free. Okay, where I'm at right now, I'm not. Okay. What I'm going to part from, the bills in general, I'm not paying them, okay? What I'll be a part of, probably jail, but thanks for the advice, P. Mike, because I'm tapped. Thank you, P. Mike, thank you. Woo. Okay, so from that video, a whole bunch of people, you know, were DMing me and following me and, you know, just laughing and joking. Well, I get this DM request from this woman named Stitch, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I read the DM, right? And the DM says, hi, my name is Stitch. I work for iHeartRadio's 103.5 The Beat Miami. I would like to feature you on our radio show. We have a segment called She's Doing It in honor of March is Women's Month. Okay, yeah. So I'm reading it and I'm like, wait, what? Girl. So in my mind, y'all, I'm literally panicking. So not panicking, but I'm hyped, but I'm also trying to keep cool because I'm just like, what is happening? So like in my head, I'm doing a whole bunch of backflips. Like, oh my God, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm hyped, okay? So she's like, hey, can you send me over a headshot of you and just a little bit about yourself, and then we'll put something on the books for when we will meet. And I'm like, okay, cool, you know. So I email her my photo and, you know, a little bit of information about myself, and then from that we are set up to do the interview. Okay, so let's just get into the interview. Okay, so the interview, here's a clip of the interview.
Staying out of a place of darkness. Like I'm leading worship, but in my heart, I am literally like, if I died today, that would be great. I remember waking up like, hey, I don't really want to do anything else today, God. So like, if you could just take me out, that'd be great. I was that gone.
Yeah.
Like, for me, death seemed better because death meant that I did not fail. Death meant that I didn't have to face the reality that I had no plan. Death meant that I could tap out. Death seemed better to me.
Wow.
And
that was because you weren't at a place that you saw yourself or initially planned out.
Exactly. I was very disappointed in who I was and who I thought I was going to be. And so I remember one day I was like, I'm a journaler. I like to journal. I wrote down to God, I was like, I don't think I can take anything else. Like, if anything else happens, we're just going to be tapped. And I remember that same day, I got into a fender bender and I kind of like ruined my dad's car. It wasn't total.
Okay, so for the rest of that interview, you have to click the link that's in the description below to listen to the whole thing, okay? But in that interview, we talked about a whole bunch of things. The interview was only supposed to be 20 minutes. We ended up talking for, I think, 30 minutes. And you guys, I wasn't expecting it to be hard. I just wasn't expecting to go into that much depth. And as I was talking, I was literally like overwhelming myself because one, it wasn't that I was on the radio. It was the fact that like I was watching how bits and pieces of my life are literally like molding, like the parts that I don't like about my life have molded me and shaped me into who I was and afforded me opportunities like this. In the past month, y'all, do y'all not understand what has happened to me? Okay, so I spoke for one of the Love and Hip, y'all saw it, Love and Hip Hop, right? And then I was on the radio like last week, and then like my sound keeps going viral on TikTok. It's just like opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And I'm literally shook, okay? Flabbergasted, okay? So in the interview, she mentions like, what's so crazy is she's like, I had already seen you before from TikTok. That one sound that keeps going viral about the market being oversaturated, but it doesn't have a you, keeps going viral. The Shark Tank guy took it. This other girl took it who's got like 5.5 million followers. So it's like keeps growing. And I'm excited that people are getting the message, but I just never thought it was going to be that crazy, right? And so she said that one of her showrunners sent her a video of me because she said that it reminded me of her. She was like, she acts like you. And so she was already scoping me out a little bit. And then when the Mike Todd video went up, she was like, okay, great. Yeah, I got to do this. So she interviews me. And she also did her research because she went back to my old YouTube videos from college. And she was like, you actually used to create shows. So like while I'm talking to her, not only am I like having a not out of body experience, but I'm like literally having a moment where I'm like, yo, what? And then she's encouraging me at the same time. So we talked about my depression and suicide, which you guys have heard so many times. And, you know, she asked me, she says, now what's next for you? And I began to tell her like what I desired to do because I was like, you know, I always wanted to be on TV. She's like, yeah, they're going to call for you. And y'all, literally, I almost wept from her sentence alone because let me tell y'all something. I have never networked my way into a room. I know everybody teaches you to network. Like, yo, you just got to get out here and make connections. I ain't never made a connection with nobody. God gave me these opportunities. I have never networked my way into any of the opportunities that I have. God gave them to me. I have never, like, now let's be very clear. I ain't on no name it and claim it stuff. I did what I was supposed to do. I did my hard work. I was obedient, you know what I'm saying? But I've never networked myself into a room. What does it say? Your gifts will make what? Room. You'll sit at tables that you're not qualified. If you don't see anything else, you should see that from me. Like, if you work your gift, you'll go into the rooms. You won't have to network your way in there. Your character will also keep you there. And so, I literally was shook. Like, after the interview, I was just like, I had a moment. Like, I wanted to weep. Not because I was on the radio, but because, like, I finally understand I finally understand how like God causes all things to work together for the good. Like not some things, but all things, y'all. Like I literally battled depression for like 3.5 years, right? And I didn't understand how those darkest 3 years of my life, okay, have literally been the biggest thing for me to testify and help people out with, right? Like we never know what we're going through and how it's shaping us and making us better. It's painful, it's tiring, it's lonely, it's frustrating. But if I did not go through any of those things, there would be nothing for me to talk about. If I didn't have those moments where I was saddened and I was crying myself to sleep, I wouldn't be able to connect with so many people. I wouldn't be able to talk about things. I talk about what I know. I don't get up here and lie. I talk about what I know. Like, I literally talk about what I know. And from what I know, I did not know it was going to change other people. So I was literally flabbergasted, shocked, grateful for the opportunity. And like the crazy thing is, I just feel like I'm touching surface. I don't really feel like this is it. Like I feel like God really about to blow my mind, and y'all gonna watch it happen. And I'm not gonna change myself. I'm gonna keep talking about the same stuff I've been talking about. I've never changed who I was. I may have changed my outer appearance, but that's because I want to be healthy. But the inside is still the same. My heart is still the same. It still beats the same. I still talk about what I know. I still am honest. I don't always win. I'm not gonna lie, there's times when I don't feel like doing. There's times when I feel like everybody's getting something faster than me. I feel like sometimes I'm overlooked, and then God sends me reminders like, nah, you're not overlooked. You on the right pace. Like, I've never forgotten you. You're not overlooked. Just keep doing what you're supposed to do. So here comes the purpose talk. I know you may feel like you don't understand why your life is the way it is. You may be lonely, like you may not have friends. You may be the only friend that's not married and everybody else is married. You may be the only friend without a baby, but everybody else has got a baby. You may be in this job that you hate. You may be battling with anxiety. You may be overwhelmed. Here's what I want you to understand. It is just a season, okay? You don't feel overwhelmed for the rest of your life, okay? Eventually love will come. Eventually you'll go from being overlooked to overbooked. It's a season, okay? But what you have to understand is all seasons make you better. The seasons make the earth better. Winter kills off dead things, okay? Then we have spring, and that's some rain, all right? And rain causes the things to spring up and produce. It's a season, and all the seasons are necessary. Every single season of your life is necessary. It's necessary for you to go through certain things so you can be the person you're supposed to be. And then you will understand how God causes all things to work together for your good. It was good for you to have been there. It was good for me to go through what I went through. It didn't feel good at the moment, but it was good for me to go through it because now I can relate to people on different levels. People are like starving for transparency. They're starving for someone to understand them. And you may be the cure. But if you quit prematurely, if you cut yourself off prematurely, if you think that what you do don't matter, and if you begin to quit, somebody won't get the healing that they need. It's imperative that you live through these seasons. It's imperative that you live through the darkest seasons. It's imperative that you go through these different things because it's not even for you. It's for somebody else. Nothing that I went through was for me. It was so I could do this. Nothing that I went through was for me. It was so I could be on TikTok and reach people. It was never about me. And the moment you realize that what you go through ain't really about you, you'll begin to understand what it's all for. Like, I don't know why I had to go through a season where I do know why. At the time, I didn't understand why I had to lose all of my friends, why I had to go through a season of depression, why I had to go through battling with suicide, why I had to go through a season of being insecure, why I had to go through a season of being lonely. It's so I could do this. If I didn't go through any of this person would never exist. It was shaping and it was molding me to be better. Your trials, your tribulations, the frustrations, all of it's making you better. It just don't feel good. And it's not going to feel good, but it's going to put you in places that you would never imagine. All you have to do is endure. Please endure and do what you're supposed to do. No, I beg you, like seriously, I beg of you to not quit. I beg you to not throw in the towel. I beg you to not tap out before the final breakthrough. I beg you, please. Like, I know this season doesn't feel good. I know it's frustrating. I know you don't understand it. I know you may feel lonely. You may be questioning your decisions. Am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right moves? Why doesn't this feel right? Let me tell you something. Don't quit just yet. Please don't quit. It's not even for you. You're making the right decisions. If you be obedient and you do what you're supposed to do, God will show you how it all works together. But don't quit prematurely, okay? Because what I want you to understand is if you quit, You never get to be who God called you to be. You don't get to help somebody else. If I would have quit, we would have never gotten here. If I would have quit, we would have never got where we are on TikTok. If I would have quit, we wouldn't have been on the radio. And it wasn't to flex that I was on the radio. I hope that from my radio interview, it helps other people. And other people, and other people, and other people. I hope that my voice helps other people and other people. Like, it's not about you anymore. Like, when you realize that your gifts ain't about you and your talents ain't about you, you'll do it just because. Like, it's not about you. Like, my gifts aren't for me. Like, my voice isn't for me. My talents are for me. They're not for me. I wasn't created for me. I was created to produce something in the world. You were not created to just go to work from 8 to 5. You were not created to just be a pretty face. You were not created to just be funny. You were created for something bigger, okay? And in order to get to the bigger, you have to endure certain things. There may be times when you're lonely. There may be times when you cry. There may be times when you quit. But please understand there is something bigger on the other side. Don't quit before you get to the bigger. Don't tap out before you get to the bigger. Don't tap out before, you're gonna live to see it all. But if you tap out, you won't get to see it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, everybody. That is the Purpose Talk. I want you to go live your dreams. And I want you guys to keep watching and supporting me. Thank you guys so much for your support. I don't know what's next. I don't know what's in store. Like, who knows? Maybe one day we'll be on TV. Who knows? We might be on TV next month. We never know. One can dream, can't we? So I hope that me doing what I'm supposed to do and walking into what I'm supposed to do and being obedient pushes you to be obedient. Because I don't want to be the only one doing what I'm supposed to do and I get to the top and y'all ain't with me. There's enough space for all of us to be at the top. Do what you're supposed to do so we can all get there. All right, guys, we'll be back in the corner next week. I love y'all. Peace.